What's going on, my friends? This is Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. We've got another Venezuelan on the show today. We actually had a previous guest just this week from Venezuela. Ada, I believe, was her name. And she was absolutely lovely and inspiring to talk to and listen to her story. And now today we're going to hear from William, who is another one of those true inspirational stories. Somebody who comes from quite frankly, his country is really struggling right now, and many of his friends and family are feeling a sense of hopelessness, and he is sort of a shining light of inspiration, and is not only building a better life for himself, but has a motivation to give back to his friends and family as well. So with that being said, let's go ahead and bring on William. What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Hey,
Welcome to the show.
I'm good. Thank you for having me, Dave. What's up?
Hey, man, you're up, man. You're up. So tell us where you're calling in from. Where are you currently living right now?
I'm living in Chicago right now. Yeah, I'm studying here. I'm here in the United States as a student. So, yeah, Chicago.
Okay. So what led you to Legendary Marketer? How did you get started online, and how did you find us?
Yeah, so the very first time I heard about affiliate marketing was like 1.5 years ago. Maybe there was like a lot of people talking about affiliate marketing on TikTok. Basically, I'm not a social media guy, but I had a TikTok just to look at pictures and stuff. And so there was one guy, he kept like talking about affiliate marketing. It was like, let's see what this is about, because I never heard about that. So he had like a little video, little explanation. So I just clicked on his video, and he was explaining affiliate marketing by blogging. That was the method he was explaining, and it looks just so complicated. He didn't even talk about sales funnels, email automation, nothing. It wasn't the right way. I was like, no, looks so complicated. I don't know what a blog is. I don't know how to set up like CEO, search engine optimization. I don't know anything. So
CEO, SEO, FBO, DEO, right?
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
what the
yeah.
hell?
In a matter of 5 minutes, I'm done. I quit. This is so complicated. It's just no, this is not for me. And then this year in January, I was just scrolling on TikTok, like a lot of people, and I came across Calvin's live, and he was explaining stuff, and we were like, oh, this looks interesting. But it took me I kept watching his live videos for about like, I think 1 month, like every day, because it was really interesting. Like pretty much about 1 month for me to even think about getting the course, like getting the legendary marketing. And so it was like, man, maybe I can give it a shot. No, I can probably buy and see what it's about. No, so I got it. I went through the 15-day challenge, and it was really, really, really interesting. And yeah, because I thought it was easier than blogging thing. And it makes so much sense to me. It makes so much sense. The same funnel, email automation, all the stuff. Okay, this is good. I loved it, like from the beginning, like from the start. I loved it. And then, I finished the 15-day challenge, and I jumped right into it. I thought, this is for me. I love this stuff. I love being on the computer, like doing stuff, and this is for me. And I really jumped into it really seriously. I was like, this is for me, and then I'm gonna make it. I don't care. This is for me. I like this, and I'm enjoying it so much. I mean, I'm really more focused about like learning than just seeing, am I making money or I'm not. I'm just focused on learning and enjoying. And that's my mindset, because I see mindset is a really, really is key in this business, mindset and consistency. So that's my mindset. I think that's what has been helping me a lot. Like I'm just focusing on just learning and enjoying and helping others. And I'm enjoying it so much.
Well, that's awesome. It's funny because I've seen I've seen you on these wake up shows like almost every day.
Yeah, I enjoy it so much.
Comments.
I enjoy it so much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, for those of you who are like listening to this, wondering, where we get our guests from, just people in our community. I mean, it's not, I see so many of these gurus out here and companies who bring in, all these, other, entrepreneurs and big, gurus and stuff. And here, it's pretty cool to see somebody who's watching our show every day now on to share their story. And I love that about this whole process and kind of what we're doing here. So thank you for being now a guest, but also a great listener and somebody who's attended and learned and put so much good energy into the show and good energy into the community. It's really appreciated and it's really helpful.
No, thank you for having me, because I really enjoy this show every day. So even when I'm working, I have my AirPod here and I'm listening to the show like every day. And I've
Wow.
learned so much from it, so much. I didn't even know nothing about like copywriting, like nothing. Like I've learned so much, like so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like your attitude about, that I'm not completely focused on making money here in the beginning. I'm focused on learning. Now, it just so happens that you have and are making money, but
Yeah.
that's not you're not hanging on every cent that comes in. You're focused on learning as much as you can and laying a good, strong foundation. So you mentioned mindset. You come from Venezuela, who from what I know about Venezuela,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, we had Ada on a couple of days ago. She
Yeah.
talked a little bit about what's going back there, but going on back there. But I mean, it's for some people a hopeless situation, a hopeless life, I guess. And here you are. You just have this wonderful mindset that's all about working hard and all about learning. Can you talk to us a little bit about where you came from and how do you think that you've developed the mindset that you do have about this? Help us to understand what makes you tick and how do you see business and where do you think you develop this mindset that you have?
Yeah, so well, I'm a civil engineer. Back in the Venezuela, I went to college and I graduated as a civil engineer.
Mhm.
So since I was in college, my mindset was like, I don't care about grades. I'm just focused on learning. If you learn, even whatever type of job you're doing, whatever job you have, the most important thing to me is learn. Like whatever you're studying, whatever you're doing, whatever you do, like if you are a nurse, if you are a digital marketer, because that is what it's gonna get you the results. No, so since I was in college, I was really focused on learning. Like I just gotta learn this really well, and if I learn it, the good grades are gonna come, and it happened. I've
Mhm.
learned, and I was one of the best on my entire college, but I was focused just on learning, learning, learning. Because if you focus on the results, it's easier to get discouraged. You see, and in the digital marketer, like digital marketing thing, is there is a lot of stuff. It has a lot. It's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. Like
Yeah.
building your sales funnels, building your email automation is simple. Easier for some people than others, but it's simple. But if you're focused on the results, it's really easy to get discouraged. So that's why I don't want to. I'm not saying I have never get discouraged. I am, but
Yeah.
I keep going, because I think if you want to be an entrepreneur, there is going to be obstacles. I mean, Thomas Edison, he failed like 10,000 times before he perfected the light bulb, so, but he kept going. So, so that's the mindset I have. Like, I know there is going to be obstacles. It's not being easy, but I'm enjoying it anyway. So every time something comes up, I just got to go find a way around. For example, TikTok used to be great for traffic. I don't think it is anymore as great as it used to be. That is not going to stop me. And now I'm working on Facebook and YouTube and, working around and find them. If you have a plan and it kind of fail, you have, as an entrepreneur, you have to find a way to go around and replace those plans that fail, like those plans that didn't work that well, because that's what it is. You
Right.
have, that's what it is all about to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I had it was interesting. I had somebody comment yesterday in one of our groups that, like, oh, I want a refund. You failed me, and kind of all this stuff. And I just thought, man, I thought he, um, this is such a common attitude. This is such a I've seen this over and over and over the past 10 years, where people just have a pattern of everything they do. The grass is always greener on the other side, and it's always exciting. And it's always exciting kind of looking from when they get started. And then when they get in and get involved and approach it the same way that they've approached everything, need fast results. It's kind of looking for that
Yeah.
unicorn, the get rich quick kind of opportunities.
Yeah.
And then when things don't meet someone's expectations, mostly because they don't put in the work, all of a sudden now it's I got to find somebody to blame,
Yeah.
and it's a pattern. I see this. The pattern happens over and over and over and over again. It doesn't matter. In most times when somebody has an attitude like this, it's been thing after thing that they've done, and it's like insanity because it's doing the same thing, expecting a different result. Basically, waiting and hoping to find that perfect get rich quick lotto ticket.
Yeah.
And when it's not that, getting cynical, getting angry, getting bitter, and blaming somebody else.
Yeah.
I think this also happens in personal relationships. People get into, and it could have happened to me. I very easily could have not worked on myself and blamed my wife for all of our problems, got a divorce. I probably would have found a new wife, done the same exact stuff, got a divorce, and always looking for somebody else to fix my problems. Instead, what I did in my marriage anyways, was I took a look at myself. I said, what do I need to fix? What do I need to work on? And that's a difficult thing for people to do, is take responsibility. Who taught you the value of personal responsibility? Was this something that that was modeled for you growing up by friends or family? Was it something that you learned coming to the United States? Talk to us a little bit about how you developed this mindset of putting in the work first. Almost, I don't know if this makes sense to you, but delayed gratification. Is that delayed gratification?
Yeah.
Where did you learn this? Where did you develop that from?
Well, my dad, he was a really, really hard worker. He was from Spain, and he taught us, like, since I was like 5, 7 years ago, we had a convenience store, and I was in my first year of high school, and I remember we have this convenience store, and I had to wake up like by 4:30 a.m., get everything ready, take care of customer, blah, blah, blah. And by 6:45 a.m., because we start class at 7 a.m. there in high school, my mom just drove me to the high school, dropped me off. I was in high school. And yeah, he really taught us how to like take care of that business. And then when I got into college, I have like a group of friends. They were really serious about their career. They were really, really serious, and we used to help each other. To how can I get like a better method of study so I can get better grades, I can learn more. And we used to help each other a lot. And that's where I think I got this thing of, actually my username is Will Helps You, because of that, because that's what I want to do, like help people. Yeah. I don't care if I make money. No, I'm just focusing on learning, helping people, and having fun. That's it.
I'm interested in how different cultures people grow up, how they develop different work ethic, and how they develop different sort of mental blueprints. What do you notice about people growing up in Venezuela versus people growing up in the United States, and then how they end up approaching opportunities such as something like online marketing or entrepreneurship? And I know that everybody's not the same, and because I'm sure there's lots of people in Venezuela who are skeptical and who have, but is there something that you've noticed? Because there's a lot of people who watch this who are American, and I just wonder if there's something that you notice about this country and how people approach things like entrepreneurship in this country that may be different from other places, Venezuela, other places in the world, so that we may learn maybe that we may be able to see some of the blind spots that we have in this country and how we could be more successful. Is there something that you notice different about people in the United States versus people in Venezuela or other countries that may almost be that may be hurting us in the way that we approach entrepreneurship?
Yeah. Well, I think that, for example, here in the United States, well, going back to my country, Venezuela, well, right now, the last 20 years being a disaster, but it wasn't like that like before. But it's being all the time harder than I think here in the United States. Everything is already like, everything's so secure, everything's so like made for people to, like, for example, I'm gonna just put this up, the COVID thing, unemployment. So the government is probably giving you some money and helping you out. In Venezuela, that will never happen. If you lose your job, you have to figure it out somehow because you're not gonna get any money, any help from it. So it's being like that. You have to figure it out by yourself all the time. You have to figure it out. And so I love Ada's last Friday. I watched her in an interview, but because it's like that. You have to figure it out. You have to try this business, try this one, try whatever, many things, and just do your best and just go ahead, keep going ahead. And it's been like that. We are like really used to this, like adapting to new situations.
Yeah.
And going on and going. And here is everything. So you're so much like safe than there, because and there is so many others like tools you can do any other. For example, digital marketing, I think here is a little bit easier than there because it's a little bit more difficult there. So it's being all the time like you have to figure it out, like, come up with a new plans, like get around. And we are also more like I think our culture is more like a group culture. Our families is, like here it's more like individual. Everybody is like, I'm the best one. And, like we really count on our friends. It's more like a community. That's what I think.
Well, I'll say you're very nice and you're being very respectful, but let me say what I think is I think that there's a shitload of opportunity in America, a lot more than there is in other countries. And I think that Americans, and I'm an American, so I'm talking about myself, I think that we tend to look at opportunity as if it's I deserve it. I deserve it. I'm entitled to it. And just like you talked about through this pandemic and with unemployment, there were so many people in the country who got, lots of money. And recently it's been hard for restaurants and local businesses in my area to even get people to come back to work because they're getting more in unemployment than they would be to go get a job. And look, I have no problem with people I pay taxes and I hope that tax money goes to people who need it. Unfortunately, I don't think it always does. But I think we have and Lori Richardson just said it, I think we have an attitude of entitlement here in America. And I think it also is in other wealthy countries. America's not the only first world country. The UK, Australia, there's all kinds of countries who have lots of money and lots of opportunity. And if we go and we talk to people from Venezuela, from Cuba, my barber's Cuban. My barber came over to Mexico in a raft, dude, in a raft.
Crazy.
And came up through Mexico, came over into America, went to Las Vegas and basically battled his way to citizenship and now he's the busiest, hardest working guy that I know. And here's my point of saying that. All you Americans are going, Dave, why are you putting us down? No. This isn't about putting Americans down. This isn't about putting anybody down. This is about us realizing that the world is bigger than just what happens in our local town, and that the opportunities that we have here in America, and that we have on the internet, actually, William, no matter where we live in the world, because we can connect with people from other countries, the opportunity that we have right now is so abundant. It's so ridiculous. There's so much that you can do right now with just a cell phone, that if I don't care if you're living in America, or if you're living in Venezuela, if you're living in the UK, if you're living in Singapore, if in any way, shape, or form you are playing the victim, that you are doing poor me, that you think that you got it bad, that you think you're entitled to any opportunity, as DJ Khaled said, you stop playing yourself. You're playing yourself. You know what I mean? And I think that opportunity is, William, it's precious. And I think that for me right now, I'm having a lot of fun doing what I'm doing, because I did put in the time to learn these skills. So I did what other people wouldn't do yesterday, so I could do what other people can't do today. Right.
Yeah.
And so Suha says, no more poor me. Congratulations. Congratulations, Suha, because the moment that you decide no more victim, no more poor me, no more I got it bad, no more I'm entitled, no more I'm the CEO of my life and the buck stops with me, man, that's the day that everything changes. Do you agree with that, William? What comes up for you as I say this?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think this business, in any other aspect of our life, it's all about taking actions, and taking responsibility. I just said there's a lot of people who buy, like, whatever they buy, course or whatever, but you don't go through it, you don't take action, you don't even like do whatever the course is telling you to do, you're not gonna succeed, because it's just like that. And if you're doing that, like, throughout your in every aspect of your life, you're just the same person. You're just maybe in a different scenario, but you are the exactly same person. If you are like a great father, great sister, husband, wife, whatever, you're doing your best in your family. You're gonna go and do your best in your business. You're gonna go your best at your job, because you're the same person. You're just changing scenarios,
Right. And oh, by the way, as far as living in places that are, third world countries, or that are cheaper to live in, I know a lot of internet marketers who actually choose to go live in countries that are a lot poorer and have a lot less opportunity, because the cost of living is cheaper there, but they can use the internet to work globally and make a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
So they're making a lot of money,
Yeah,
but their living expenses are really low.
yeah,
And so I got friends who live in Thailand. I got friends who live in, I got friends who live in Colombia. I got friends that live in Costa Rica. I got friends that live all through South America, and when you develop these skills, you put in that work to really learn the skills and develop your mindset. That first 12 to 18 months, you can go anywhere and you can do anything, and no one is in control of your destiny anymore. So what is your future plans, William? You're a civil engineer at trade. That's what you went to school for and so forth. What is in your future? How has your life changed? The direction of your life changed? Your plans changed? And where do you see yourself going here over the next 12 to 24 months?
Yeah, so when my original plan, when I first came here a few years ago, I didn't even know English. I learned English as a second language here. That's where I came from.
Wow. When?
4 years ago.
Come on. William, you are unbelievable, man. I
Thank you.
I mean,
Yeah.
so anyway, I'm just shocked by that. You came here, you didn't know the language, you learned. This is what I'm talking about, guys. I mean, I know. Just, anyways, congratulations, brother. You're
Thank
really an inspiration. Thank you for
you.
just finding us and being here and sharing your story with us. But anyways, continue with the answer to my question.
Yeah, so I was working at an international project in Nicaragua. It was a Venezuelan company, but they sent me out to an international project in Nicaragua. So once being there, I figured out I gotta learn English because that's gonna help me to work in an even better company. And my first goal was like I'm gonna go like take 1 year, go to Chicago, learn English, and then come back and work at a better company, international company. But long story short, things changed a lot. Then COVID hit, so I gotta stay here. Then the situation in Venezuela kept getting worse and worse and worse. So now I got to the point where I have to support my family. Like I used to support my family all the time, but now I have to do it like regularly, like every week. So I just kind of got like a little bit stuck here. So I was like, well, I got a like a regular job here, but I said like this is not the job that I want to be doing every day. So that's why when I found out about the program legendary and the affiliate marketing thing, and I love this so much. About this is for me. I'm jumping this and here. And my goal, actually, I started working only 4 days in my 9 to 5 right now. I used to work 5. Now I'm working only 4, and hopefully soon I'm gonna only 3 and 2, and hopefully because I wanna. My goal is just dedicate like full-time digital marketing, full-time in the affiliate marketing thing. But I'm thinking that I am not gonna just quit and make things harder for me. So I'm doing it, I think, in a smart way. Just learning, implementing, because I don't want to get into a financial like struggle. And that's what I tell a lot of the people that have got the program from me. Like, don't get into a financial like struggle. If you don't feel comfortable, just go through it. Like, take it easy. Learn. If you see something like you like and you will be like successful, jump on it, but don't get into any financial struggle because that's the worst thing anything can do. If you are in a country where that is not your country, it's even worse. So yeah, I'm pretty honest with people. Like, just if you see something like it's gonna help you and you like, don't come like that. People you say don't come back and just complaining and stuff. Nobody's putting a gun in your head like bye bye bye. No, just you take your decision, be responsible, see if that works for you, and you're gonna jump like all the way in, not just halfway.
Yeah. So you said that you think traffic on TikTok is slowing down. I agree. I disagree. I don't know. I think that it's all about just staying ahead of trends. I think right now Instagram Reels is on the come up. I think everybody needs to be taking the content that they put on TikTok, taking it to the taking the watermark off of the, once you post to TikTok, take the watermark off of it, remove watermark from TikTok video. Just Google that. There's a couple of apps. Maybe somebody can post it in the comments. Snaptic.
Yeah.
And then post it on Instagram Reels. Like Instagram Reels right now is blowing up, and they're looking to compete with TikTok. But you've also begun a YouTube channel. You've also started a Facebook group. You told me in your little your little message that you shot over to us talking about what you were doing, that you feel that's the triple threat. That's like so talk to us a little bit about what's kind of got you to where you're at right now here in just a couple of months. And like what has worked best, and what have you learned? Like, what is the big kind of aha moments that you've had as you've tried and actually put all this stuff into action?
Yeah, I mean, so TikTok is really good platform. I think that's what I call the triangle of success, like TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. At the beginning, just starting out, I just focused on TikTok because to me it's still the best one. You can get a lot of traffic from TikTok if you do it the right way. But then I started noticing there was like pattern. Like most of the successful affiliate marketer, they have TikTok, they have Facebook group, and they have YouTube. It was like all of them. I was like, oh, okay, this is a pattern here. So let me see. And yeah, it works really well because from TikTok you can get a lot of traffic, like faster than any other platform. And then on Facebook you just nurture your ideal customer, no, your customer, the people you can just build a better relationship with them
Yeah.
on Facebook, because TikTok, yeah, you can post videos, but you don't really like have that direct relation with people on TikTok.
Are you
So
going live on TikTok?
I've done it like a few times because I'm doing this, like I'm not doing it like full time because I don't have like the time to do it. Like I would like to do it every day, but I know that helps too with traffic. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about watching Calvin's lives and stuff like that. And I think that, looking at what worked, a lot of times it's really simple to just you're a civil engineer, reverse engineer
Yeah.
what worked on us. And sometimes that's the quickest way to kind of look at the first successful marketing campaign that we've ever kind of dissected and torn apart. What worked on me? What got me to buy this product? And I would invite all of you to start, putting on your marketing glasses. The world changes when you become a marketer, because you go from just kind of like just seeing the world as a consumer to now you put on these glasses and you see the world through the lens of a marketer. Right now,
Yeah.
all of a sudden you see everything and you're like, oh my gosh, it's almost like having X-ray vision, right? You put on it's almost like, okay, I'm chilling out. Yeah, I'm the consumer. You know what I mean? I'm just here hanging out, buying stuff, shopping. But then all of a sudden it clicks and you're like, now hold on a second. Let me look at what actually got me to buy what I just bought, right? And so
Yeah.
then I begin, okay, I saw this ad. What about the ad did somebody say? What message? What resonated with me? What really got me to pay attention? What was the pain point that they stuck their finger in? And when they said that, I went, ooh, shit, he's talking about me, or she's talking about me, right? And then we begin to see the world with these new marketing lenses that we have on through the eyes of a creator and through the eyes of a marketer, right?
Yeah.
And so if we do that, then it's constant. We're constantly learning, and no longer do we have to just sit around and wonder, well, I wonder when the skies are going to part and the stone tablets are going to be hand delivered to me that's going to reveal the secret. We don't have to wait for like God to appear and be like, here's the marketing secrets. We just can look at what's working on real human beings. For example, let me give you another example. I used to go to the mall before COVID, and you could just walk into Gucci or you could walk into Louis Vuitton. All right. Now, since COVID, what a lot of the stores did in the mall was they made it so you had to wait in a line, because they only could have so many people in the store at a time, so people could be socially distanced. But what happened was that line outside of the store created all of this buzz. Like, why are people So
Yeah.
now, even after COVID, at my local mall, Gucci and Louis and now some of the other stores are keeping those lines. They're making you stand in a line to get in the door, and they're saying that the reason is because they're going to match you up with a personal associate, a salesperson. But that's bullshit, because you never had to do that before. You could just walk into the store. But what they realized is that creating that list, creating all that buzz, creating people literally standing in a line outside of the door made other people come and stand in line. And so when you finally got up and it's your spot to go in the store, you're more likely to buy something because you know that you just stood in line for an hour and you don't want to do that again, right? It's your
Yeah.
chance now. And also maybe things will be sold out next time. So for me, I looked at that, and as of course, I'm like, oh, I don't want to stay in this line. But while everybody else was complaining, I'm standing in the line with my wife a couple of weeks ago going, this is genius. This is brilliant, right? Because
Yeah.
I had
Your
my
glass.
marketing lenses on. You know what I mean? So do you feel that the way that you see things, and of course I started telling that story because I said, if you're not going live worked on you, Will. So maybe you might want to consider doing more of that, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And I just wanna, I'm glad you brought that up. When you said just look back at what got you into this, because I remember when I was watching this live video, it took me like, I was watching every day, and it took me like 1 month for me to even think about getting the program and starting, right? Because but what happened? He was consistent. He was
Yeah.
consistent every day, and I was consistent too, going through his live video. So, and I want to say this because you just have to remember your path. Like, you know what, because he was really consistent. He know what he was talking about. So I remember that, like, I have to do the same. I have to be consistent with my, with my posts, my content, making content, going live. I have to be consistent,
Yeah.
consistency, because people are not gonna buy just the first. They're not gonna just jump in. You need to be seen on social media, and and help people, and also offer value. He was offering so much value. So value, and being consistent. That's all it is. Like
Yeah.
consistency, mindset, and just giving value.
Well, I want to point something out to everybody is that Will just said it took him 30 days to make a decision to buy. All right. This is why what you just said, being consistent, following up via email,
Yeah.
staying in front of people is so important, is because most of the time, the people who are going to buy from you, you don't give them a chance to buy because you quit what you're doing right before they're about to buy. You just stop what you're doing, right? Because you think that it's not working. But really, people were watching you. Their skepticism was lowering. They
Mm-hmm.
were trusting you more. They were liking you more, right? Patrice just said, it took me months to watch and ask questions. How many of you, Lori said, it took me 4 months. I wish I had started when I found it originally. How many of you, it took weeks or months for you to make a decision to just simply spend $7 and go through our challenge? How many of you? Just drop a comment if that's you, because when we share this and we look back at what did it take for me,
Exactly.
what did my journey look like, we can learn so much.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
then we can have proper expectations of what the buying process will look like for somebody else, and
Exactly.
we can have more realistic expectations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
William said took me a week. Jasmine raised her hand. Dreama says it took me 2 months to decide to spend $7. But Dreama, we know you done spent $7 on that grande, strawberry mocha vanilla latte. I don't know why it takes people so much time. You know what I mean? D says you just kept showing up, David. Well, hey, not only do I keep showing up out there on the internet, but I keep showing up right here every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Monica says about 2 months. Robert Bronner says, I haven't started yet and I'm not sold. Well, hey, Robert, that's cool. Just keep watching or don't watch. Doesn't matter to us, right? It's your life. You get to make a decision, but what you want to do. Jeremy, about 7 months. Jarius, 6 months. Too good to be true, says Chetziva. Too good to be true. All right. That's you keep having that attitude in life. Watch other people succeed, right? You can sit on the bench. Patricio said 6 months for me. Just had a Zoom call yesterday. Several months, right? I bought it right away, said crystal clear. Took me about 3 minutes. It's freaking $7, not 7,000. 5 months before I clicked the link to see the price. Oh my God, you guys are killing me. But look, doesn't this give us some insight into what the actual buying process can look like for somebody? So that way we can plan to, really plant our flag and be consistent, have realistic expectations. And then what happens is that snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And as more people are watching, more people are buying. And that's what we mean in sales and marketing when we talk about keep your pipeline full. Keep your pipeline full. We've covered a lot of stuff today, William. It's been great to chat with you, my friend. Is there any, we had some people here who said, it's too good to be true, sitting on the fence, still haven't bought. What would you say to somebody who's thinking about maybe going through our 15-day challenge, getting started, how it's impacted your life, and how, just tell them just in a couple of words what your testimonial is so they can hear it, and what it's done for you just in a sentence or so they could hear that before we wrap up.
Yeah, so I think the value that this entire course give you for just seven is a lot more than $7, to be honest. And if you are gonna do it, just put all the work in, be consistent, put the work in, and focus on learning, and you're gonna be successful. I mean, you have the right mindset, you are consistent, and you're focused on learning and implementing what you're learning, like taking action, because some people, I don't think they even take action, but if you're taking action, it's going to take maybe longer for some people than others, but you're going to succeed because it's such a great business model. It's such a great business model. For that course is worth a lot more than $7. So yeah, it's amazing. It's really good.
And yes, we do. Once you enroll into the challenge, we have other advanced courses that you guys can take, our business blueprints, for example, masterminds, that if you want to, get more accountable, if you want to have more step-by-step hand-holding, learning, accountability, all of these things, they're available to you. There's no pressure. You're not forced to. But yes, there are other things for sale, and we are a company. We don't just, build our whole business off of selling something for $7, the same way that, Apple doesn't just make money off of selling iPhones. They have computers, they have, TV, they have all this kind of stuff. But I think the point here is that there's something for anyone, no matter what your financial situation is, where you're at in life right now. If you want to build a business, if you want to be an entrepreneur, and if you're looking for a supportive community that's actually going to be honest and is actually going to, is actually just going to be real with you about the good and the bad of this business, then there's no better place than this community. It's not just because of me. I do have confidence in what I do, and I stand behind what I do and say, but it's also because of people like you, William, who have gone through our program and who do come back and participate in the community to support other people and to give other people inspiration, even if it's just from watching you, even if it's just from seeing you put this stuff into action. That's a real big inspiration. And I just want to thank you, man, for your time today. I want to congratulate you for the action and the success that you've had just in this short little bit of time that you've been building this business. And my best wishes to you and also your family. I know that many of them are going through tough times right now. And I just want to tell you, keep up the great work, because you're absolutely an inspiration for me and for our community. And I know you're inspiration for your family too. So thank you for your time today, brother.
thank you for having me here. Like, yeah, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. And we will talk to you later, my friend.
Yeah. See ya. See ya.
All right. See you, William. All right, guys. Well, you can go follow Will at on TikTok. You can start there. Will Helps You. That's his handle. You can look him up, give him a follow, add him to your network, add him to your connections and your community and your family here. And yeah, everyone is welcome here. I want to tell all of you who are all in and who are building your business and in this process. I want to tell you that we're happy to have you here, and we're here to support you along the process. And if you're somebody who's just kind of watching, tuning in, trying to kind of get a feel of who we are and what we do and what this is all about, that's okay too. You're welcome here. We're gonna give you straight talk. I'm gonna jazz you and pull your chain a little bit. And I appreciate all of you for commenting and interacting and engaging. I don't normally pay attention to the comments all the time because I got to be present with the guests, but I really appreciate each one of you guys for answering questions and being so willing to be honest in the comments. That adds a lot of energy, and it helps fuel me, and it helps fuel the guest. And I think it gives other people who are watching a sense of kind of family and community, that they're here kind of listening to the conversation with other people. So thank you, guys. Keep coming back. And we'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Get out of here. Have a fantastic Friday. End the week strong. We'll see you back here on Monday.